Hello, 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 Advanced Public Communication. Welcome to week 9. Here we are. All right, so a couple housekeeping items. We will not be meeting this week in person, and office hours will be online. So know those two things right up front. What we're now working our way toward is our next big presentation in this class. And what we're going to be focusing on is your Ignite talk. All right. Now, what you want to think about as you're getting ready to work toward developing this presentation is, what did I learn in the last presentation? When I was doing my This I Believe, what are some of the things I reflected on in my self-evaluation that I want to ensure I incorporate? Start incorporating them now, right? For some of you, I've been able to give you feedback. Some of you I haven't yet. I should get back to you all in a couple days. In doing so, you can incorporate that to also help prepare. So you're going to be submitting your outline in this assignment, the Ignite Talk Speaking Plan Post and Draft Outline Review. So you're going to be submitting your outline there, making sure that you have a complete outline that is focused on phrases and keywords, right? Not really elongated sentences, maybe with the exception of your introduction and your conclusion. So you make sure you know those. You can open and close with impact. And what you're going to want to do with this Ignite talk, knowing that you're going to have a 5-minute presentation, and it really should be 5 minutes. And the reason is because you're going to have your presentational aid, your slide deck, advancing every 20 seconds. Okay, so automatically you're going to program it into whichever platform you're using. They're all quite, the interfaces are quite simple to use, you'll see. Let me know if you have any questions, but all of them do this, provide automatic advancement of slides. So your slides are going to advance every 20 seconds, and you're only going to speak for 5 minutes. So this should be a very planned and rehearsed and understanding where you're going, what you're wanting to share, and making sure you know it well, right? You're going to have to really practice for this presentation, because again, you're not going to have control of the slide deck, right? It is going to be going every 20 seconds. You're going to have to know what you want to say within those 20 seconds and make sure there's transitions that make sense on the slide deck. Because they're advancing so quickly, you want to make sure you have very few words, maybe even no words. But if you do have words, ensure that you're adhering to the 5x5 rule, right? And in this case, probably want to do a 3x3 rule, right? Because there's going to be so little time for your audience to see what's on your presentational aid. So think images, think photos, right? Of course, I will still provide the grace period, 30 seconds over or 30 seconds under. So you have a minute grace period there. I'll do that. And then, of course, every second over that. So if it's 5:31, right there is minus 10 points. And every 30 seconds on top of that is minus 10 points. And every 30 seconds below the grace period is minus 10 points. All right. So that's what we're working toward. Let me know if you have any questions. Send me an email. You can send me a web course note. You can come see me in office hours. If those office hours don't work for you, send me a note. We can identify a time so the two of us can connect. All right. I'm excited for what you're going to be delivering in the Ignite talk. I'm looking forward to being ignited by all of you. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.